What is going on, everybody? My name is Northy, and today I am finally back to discuss the first major release for 2023 in the AFL scene. We've got ourselves Footy Stars 2023. Now, obviously, Team Coach, when that comes out, I'll be talking about that very soon, but Footy Stars 2023 is announced and ready to go. I'm super excited for it. Already purchased all the boxes I'm looking for 2023. I'm super keen to get this season started. I'm so keen. So again, you guys are going to be joining me along with the Footy Stars journey. Be sure to like the video first off and subscribe to the channel because I've got some pretty cool stuff planned that I've already got purchased and ready to go for you guys. So I'm really keen to show it off, and I don't want you guys to miss it. Let's be honest, this is a lot of stuff to get excited for now. The start of the year always provides some of the biggest and best content, some of the most content you can see throughout the entire year. But without further ado, let's talk about everything in between the release itself. So the packs are the usual go. We've got the 36 pack boxes, 9 cards per pack, the usual that goes for Footy Stars 2023. And much like Jumbo last year, we have another set to go along with Footy Stars that I'll get onto later on in this video. But Footy Stars 2023, I'm going to show a picture of what the base cards look like for AFL 2023, for Footy Stars 2023. You can see right here, pretty simplistic. I think a little different, or a fair bit different to what we've seen, as it actually has the background. You can visibly see the background in these ones. We've had very simplistic type common cards for a good while. However, next off with the base AFL cards are the base parallel cards, otherwise known as color spots cards. These ones are that simplistic look, very similar to previous years, except looking at the live stream, they look much cleaner, much cleaner, and it's exciting to see these types of cards return. Obviously, it makes collecting sets a little easier. Obviously, base parallels are going to be about half the box's worth of packs, so they're going to be the most common cards you see. However, I'm happy that there's only the one set of common cards this year, as last year there was probably a bit too many. I like the idea of having 2 sets, but I think we had the base set last year, then we had the prestige set with all those cards, then we had ourselves the sunset foil, and then the purple foil. So that's 4 different sets throughout the entire year, which also, speaking of prestige, that's some extra exciting news as well, as it was confirmed on the live stream. But however, looking at the checklist right now, prestige is not coming this year. We do not have prestige this year. We're having something, what I'm assuming is completely different. We're going to have something completely different to prestige. Crazy stuff, really. We've had prestige for the last few years now, and so this is going to be a really exciting year. Obviously, last year was a bit disappointing, I think, in terms of originality. We didn't see a single new set. We saw Footy Stars, Prestige, Optimum, and Supremacy Rookie. That was a whole set. And while there's nothing wrong with how last year turned out, I think last year was super successful, I was really keen on some originality, and it looks like we may be getting some this year with the looks of this first release for the year. So, we've gone through base AFL, we've gone through base parallel, now we get into the inserts, and this is really interesting. This has really piqued my interest. There's no Starburst. I've been saying it for so long, no more Starburst, and they've gone ahead and done it. We have a new design from the original designer. I can't remember off the top of my head. Paul Harvey, there it is. He has come with the mascots insert. Now, although it does have that very playful tone to it, it's not a very serious card, much like you'll see in a lot of select product. It's very similar to Starburst in the sense that it is that caricature type as well. However, I think these are the best versions we've seen so far. Starburst, they can look real goofy and they can be really unimpressive sometimes. These mascots, they actually look well designed. Definitely an improvement from Starburst. Really glad they got away from Starburst. That's already a positive for me. Next up though, we go to Essential. An Essential is a 1/6 pack card, not numbered, however, very clean. Really clean. Could probably compare it to Game Breakers, and thank goodness Game Breakers is not back. I'm very happy that Game Breakers is not back. Game Breakers, they were cool, I guess, but Essential looks very nice, and I'm really happy that they've brought this new set into 2023. And even just off the start here with all these new inserts, replacing them with what I think are better looking inserts, has really got me excited. This is really exciting stuff. Next up, we've got the Milestone Cards. Instead of the landscape design that we usually have, we've got the portrait design of the Milestone Cards, and I think they look quite nice. Caleb Daniel is the example design that you can see on the screen, but I'm really keen to try and pick up as many collections as I possibly can. I think it's very much achievable, obviously, as they are quite common compared to the rest of the sets. However, I'm really keen on collecting them all. Essential may not be too difficult, but super excited to try and collect all the Milestone game cards. And this year, we obviously have the bronze 100 games to platinum 250 games. So all the Milestone cards that we imagine, their color code is all the same. So we've got bronze 100, silver 150, gold 200, platinum 250. Which also this year is not the last type of Milestone card, and we'll get to that very soon. But next up, we've got our first box hit, and this is a really interesting box hit design. The first acetate box hit that I think I've ever seen. It is AFL classified. It is returned, and from what it looks like, it's in like a newspaper form. It looks it's a very interesting design, and the acetate look of it as well, like looking at it on the live stream, was super impressive. I was actually really impressed with the look of the AFL classified card. I think the design is like really clever, and I think it's probably a lot more clever than a lot of designs we've ever had before. At least it's a lot more daring. I did not expect this type of card to come through. I know we've had acetate very recently. The first one that comes to my head is the acetate in Footy Stars 2021. That was I don't think it was the Milestone game. No, it definitely wasn't. It was just a simple acetate card. Can't even remember what it was called, but this is a box hit card as an acetate, so it's super interesting. So now there's like excitement to getting an acetate card, which is really exciting. I'm really glad that like they have a bit more value now. They're definitely impressive when done right, and I think classified has all the ability to be that impressive card we're looking for. But next we go to Numbers. Numbers makes a return in 2023. It was very popular in 2022, and it had come back in what looks to be one of its most impressive designs. I really like the look of this gold Numbers card. I really like it because it just makes the player pop a bit more. It feels like the card is a bit more valuable too. I'm sure that value that you feel, well, like any release really, especially first year releases, the value of the card and the excitement of the look of the card will just drain eventually as you start to see more and more pulled, and you see it happen more and more. It just naturally happens. But Numbers is looking really nice this year. The gold look, it's the only Numbers card, I think. I don't imagine they come back in any release during the year, especially now that Prestige has been confirmed. It is not coming back. But I love the gold design of the Numbers look. So, a lot to look forward to. Just within, like, we're not even past the box odd hits, and the cards look really nice. I'm really impressed so far. But then we go to our Predictor Sets. This year we have the Brownlow Predictor, which is 1 per 2 boxes, so the usual as it goes. But then we go to all the other predictors. Usually we only have Coleman predictors and Premiership predictors. This year, add the Rising Star predictor to that. 4 different predictor type of cards. Brownlow is self-explanatory. Same goes with Coleman and Premiership. And realistically, using the same logic, Rising Star is pretty direct, and you can tell what it's about already. Basically, whatever player wins the Rising Star, the team that they represent will be the winner of the Rising Star predictor card. So, for example, say if Harry Sheasel, no reason I bring him up, but in case Harry Sheasel wins the Rising Star, North Melbourne's Rising Star predictor would be the winning predictor card. Same goes if it was Will Ashcroft, Aaron Cadman, all those type of rookies, or Rising Star players in general who receive that nomination throughout the year. They will have their team card be the winner. Same goes with the Coleman medal, as it's always worked, and the Premiership predictor. It's pretty self-explanatory if you know what the predictor series is like throughout the years, and those are all the gold versions for regular Footy Stars. Now, the big hit. This was the first disappointment for me. Maybe it's just because I think the design is a bit meh. Like, I like what they were trying to go for, but it feels very plain and bland. Maybe you could say the same about Virtuoso. You could have said the same about Marquee from 2021, and then further down the line you could have said the same. But this iconic card, Tom Hawkins, is the example here. It's cool. I like what they tried to do, but I feel like the card is going to have to really pop in order for me to enjoy it. This is a 1 per case card, 1 in every 432 packs, 12 boxes in a case. So, like, I'm okay with the look of it. I think it could probably be replaced with a lot of different cards. I think it's probably one of the weakest looking cards for a, major hit. The most, weak looking card that comes to mind, at least for me, is the the Medal Winners cards from Optimum. Those ones are some of the hardest to pull, but just never seem to get any kind of love or value out of them. That's obviously for me the least valuable big hit I've seen, but Iconic could be close. Not only that, there's 72 different Iconic cards you can pull. As to last year, there were only 36 Virtuosos, and the year before, there were only 18 Marquee cards to pull. So, good or bad, depending on the way you look at it. Good in the sense that there's a lot of Iconic cards to pull. A lot of chances to pull your favorite team. However, it can also be the fact that the value now decreases quite heavily, as there are a load of meh ones you can pull. Obviously, numbered cards, they're numbered to 70, so that can all change how you think this Iconic series could be. But the big one, this is very interesting, because last year, if you had told me that instant win cards were going to be valuable, you probably would have gotten a laugh out of me, because instant win cards were pretty crap. They pretty much were useless the minute you pulled them, because the odds of actually getting a prize was extremely low. And not only that, most of the prizes were not valuable at all. For example, I pulled a load of instant win cards last year. Only 2 of them won, and the best thing I got was a 10 to 15% discount on card armor. That was what I got. I spent a lot of money on packs and a lot of money on cards last year, and I can tell you right now, that's not worth it. That's not worth it at all. This time around, they have made these cards, these instant win cards, 1 per 1,296 packs. So off the top of my head, I'm thinking that's 3 cases. Not only have they got them as that rare, but the instant wins are guaranteed. So very, very interesting to see. I'm not sure how big the prizes are. It was teased that one of the prizes was a complete set of essential cards. I'm honestly not too sure how that's gonna go, because I'm pretty sure essential won't be too difficult to complete if you're a regular collector, but I'm interested to see what could come from those instant win cards. And if you pull one, hit me up. I want to do an instant win card for a video. I want to just redeem one for a video, because I'm hopeful that maybe I'll be able to pull one. But I am also thinking, if you do have one, I will be willing to take the risk and pay for an instant win card, use the code, and hopefully get a really cool video out of it, because it's an exciting idea. I really like the idea of a guaranteed instant win card being this rare, because it gets your hopes up. But obviously, once we start seeing what the prizes are, that'll determine how good or bad this idea was. So that is everything for regular Footy Stars, and I say that again because they have brought a very familiar idea back. Last year we had Jumbo. There was no limit to the boxes from what it looks like. But this time we have the hobby release of Footy Stars. Now, it does sound a little bit like a glorified Footy Stars Jumbo. However, it's not really. It really isn't. So you'll see a lot of similar cards. We've got the Premiership Predictors, the Rising Star Predictors, the Coleman Predictors, and the Brownlow Predictors. But they're all platinum now. So you can pull the exact same cards, except in platinum. And before I even watched the video where everyone was told the Prestige is not coming this year, the minute I saw Platinum Predictors in the first release, I'm like, we're not getting Prestige, because Prestige usually has these Platinum Predictors. That's where these Platinum Predictors usually come from. So when I saw that they're in Footy Stars, the regular version or the hobby version, I'm like, oh my god, we're actually going to get a new release. This could be really, really sick. Hopefully they actually do stick with the 4 releases that they have been doing the last couple of years, and they don't just take the time off for some reason. That would be really upsetting, but I'm super keen on what this hobby release can look like. Obviously, it is in similar vein to the Jumbo, so there's 18 cards per pack, 18 packs per box, and they are limited to 8,400. So it's not going to be like last year where I could open Jumbo on a Saturday, I think it was, and Footy Stars on a Wednesday. I can't do that because hobby release is limited to 8,400, and I'm not willing to spend money on hobby boxes for the entire year just to make sure we keep that streak going. Who knows, maybe I'll try something different to try and work it out, but this is going to be a very interesting year for regular content. I'm extremely interested to see how that'll look. Maybe it just means I save a bit more money throughout the year. That'd be really nice, but nonetheless, we've got, alongside it, however, is Carbon. So Carbon is going to be like, blank canvas from Jumbo Footy Stars last year. Carbon is 1 per 9, so I'm going to get 2 per box on a cat eye refractor board. So you imagine all the fractured cards from last year. Same kind of deal. They're going to look somewhat similar in that, however, a completely different design. It's like a nice mix between the fractured look of last year and the blank canvas look as well from last year, as it's very simplistic, very minimalistic, but it's using that same cat eye refractor board that those fractured cards were on last year, and so I'm really keen to see what they look like. And then Spectrum Redemptions are coming back. Instead of 5 redemption cards for each team, there's only 2, and you can only get them in the hobby release, meaning that Spectrum Redemptions are now a lot more valuable. It is projected to be 1 in every 2 boxes, so realistically, if you're an SCC member like myself, you'll purchase 2 boxes, you will be getting a Spectrum Redemption card. However, the odds for the other cards are 1 in every 72 for Brownlow Predictors, so 1 in every 4 boxes for Platinum Brownlow Predictors, 1 in 144 packs for all of the predictors outside of that, so Coleman, Premiership, and Rising Star. They're all 1 in every 144 packs, meaning they are 1 in every 8 boxes. And then obviously, I believe you still have the iconic, it says up the top with this checklist, the Hobby Collection base set, mascots, essential, milestone games, classified, numbers, iconic, and instant win sets are identical to that offered in Footy Stars 2023. So you can pull all of the other cards in the 2023 set for Footy Stars in this hobby release as well. It's just you also get these hobby pack inserts as well. So I think personally it's better than Jumbo. It does suck that they're limited, but I understand why it makes sense. The Carbon cards, first off, are numbered to 195. The Redemptions are numbered to 125, the Spectrum Redemptions. Brownlow Predictors Platinum are numbered to 60. Coleman Predictors to 60. Premiership Predictors to 60, and Rising Star Predictors to 60. So all of them are numbered to 60 in terms of the predictors. Again, really, really exciting stuff here. I'm super keen for what it's going to look like when we do pull the boxes, because obviously, they showcase all this exciting stuff, but realistically, you do have to be extremely lucky if you're just an everyday collector who likes to try and pull a couple packs every now and then. Realistically, hobby packs are going to be extremely juiced from what it looks like. Like, the fact that there's all this on display plus everything from before. I know that there were 2 inserts in every single pack for Jumbo last year. I wouldn't be surprised if we see the same again this year, except just juiced through the roof. It looks like that's what it's going to be like anyways, because it talks about how all these inserts from the regular Footy Stars set are coming back into that hobby set. But they're also adding on top those platinum versions of the predictors, plus the Spectrum Redemptions, plus the Carbons. So there's a lot there to pick up. There's a lot in the hobby set to pick up. Obviously, the instant wins are still in that hobby pack, in those hobby packs. Iconics are still in those hobby packs. There's just so much to look forward to. Not to mention, Select like to sometimes every now and then add secret cards in. I'm not sure whether that is the case with this one, but it's really, really exciting this time around. I feel like there's a lot to dig into with this Footy Stars release. Maybe the hype of Footy Stars will die off even a little quicker this year, considering the hobby looks to be really exciting, but will be gone in no time. I'm just super duper keen to see what we can do this year. I really feel like we can pull a lot, and I'm super keen. I'm really, really keen. However, I will mention it is going to be a very, very rare card. There's not going to be many of them for many people, but if you do watch this video and end up buying a case of Footy Stars, so 12 boxes. I know I'm talking to very few people right now, but if you manage to pull or manage to purchase an entire case of Footy Stars 2023, you will be rewarded in that case with 2 Milestone Cards, specifically for 300 gamers. I can't remember off the top of my head. I'm not sure if it's listed anywhere here. I don't think it is, unfortunately, but there's 8 different players. Off the top of my head, I know that there's Shane Edwards, there's Jack Rewalt, Shannon Hearn, I believe, is in there as well. That's all I can remember off the top of my head, but there are also signature redemption cards of those 300 game milestones. They are 1 in every 7 cases. So not only are there the boxes inside that have their own odds, the usual way that packs work, but the case itself is a pack. If you kind of understand what I mean, as it is 1 in every 7 that you end up getting a 3rd card that is a signature redemption. And so, who knows, man? It does tempt me a little bit to try and purchase one, but I am super keen to see what they look like. The signature redemptions are numbered to 50. They are going to be extremely rare. Extremely rare. And considering, yeah, it's just exciting stuff here now. We're getting into the swing of things for the season. There's so much to dive into. Not just the Footy Stars 2023 release, but Team Coach not too far away either. They have been teasing a few things for their release as well. Just talking about how they're going to be revealing some things very, very soon. And usually, once one starts releasing stuff, the other is not too far behind. So I'm excited to see when I start talking about 2023 Team Coach. That's going to be so, so cool. But I'm going to finish it up here. Once again, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Let me know how much Footy Stars 2023 you are planning to buy on release day. What cards you're excited for, what sets you're trying to collect, anything in between. It's super exciting. I'm really, really keen on getting my hands on these cards. I'm going to try and complete as many sets as I can, as I usually do. But nonetheless, if you guys enjoyed this video, be sure to leave a like, subscribe to the channel if you are new, and I will see you all in the next video, which is hopefully opening up some packs. Who knows, it'll probably end up just being a discussion video like this, but I am super keen for 2023 Footy Stars. I hope you are too. I will see you all in the next video. Goodbye.